Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine if you're new here, and honestly, you probably are. It has been a really long time since I have posted a video or done anything with this channel, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about where I'm going and what I'm doing with this channel. Back in the summer, some things were going on with my family that just were taking a lot of mental and emotional energy that I just couldn't then put into creating videos. If any of you have done YouTube or do YouTube, you know it takes a lot of work and a lot of energy to make these videos every single week. And at the time, I just couldn't handle it. There was too much going on in my regular life to keep up with YouTube life. However, that has changed and I am feeling ready, kind of getting itchy to make more content and come back. However, I am going to change the way, not so much the way, I'm going to change the focus of my channel a little bit. So if you've watched my previous videos, most of those centered around online teaching ESL online through VIP Kid, because that's the company that I teach for. And while I'm not saying I won't make content for online ESL teachers, that's really not what I want to focus on with this channel. Part of the beauty of having such a long break was that it gave me a chance to kind of explore and really think in depth about what it is that I want to do here. And what I have noticed is that when I look for content, a lot of what I'm looking for is tips, tricks, ideas for people who are legally blind, visually impaired, as I am, to do different hobbies, to figure out, I want to draw, but I can only see like, a little bit of the paper at a time, or I want to do gymnastics, or I want to learn a martial art, or something along those lines, but my eyesight is not good. My eyesight is really not good. And I don't really see people making content for these things. I have searched online. I've just done a straight up Google search. I've searched on YouTube. I've looked, and unless I'm using the wrong search terms, which is entirely possible. Side note, I have never been very good at searching for things and finding results that are actually useful or helpful. All the way back from middle school, when we started to learn how to search online, because dating myself here a bit, but that's when online started to become a thing. And so, we actually had classes on how to search and use search engines and that kind of thing. I've never been good at searching and finding useful information on the internet. So it's entirely possible that I'm just searching the wrong things, that it's not working because it's something that I'm doing wrong. That's very, very possible. And I'm sure there are other people making this kind of content. I'm just not finding it. So, because I'm not finding it, I want to make it because I think it's important. There are a lot of things that I am interested in or that I enjoy doing that I'm having trouble moving on with and progressing in because of my eyesight. And while it's certainly not impossible to do these things or to improve or progress, it would be really nice to see other blind people doing them as well and talking about them and talking about the hard things, the things that are difficult either to understand or to do, because of a lack of eyesight, because of a lack of any frame of reference for some things. I have talked before about the fact that I do capoeira. I've been practicing capoeira for about 7 years now, and I'm getting to the point where I need to start really figuring out how to be more expressive in my movements. But expression through body language is not something I really understand because I've never actually seen it. I don't see body language, and I never really have. I can get, big picture ideas. If someone's frowning, they're either angry or sad or something of that sort. If someone's hunched over, there's probably something wrong. If someone's standing straight, they're probably confident, but I don't get a lot of the little tiny details. And so there's a lot about expressing and movement in that way that I don't understand. And I've been looking for blind dancers, blind martial artists, anybody that I can find who is talking about self-expression through movement and through body language in a way that I can understand, because I don't understand it. But I'm not finding that. Again, I could just be searching for the wrong things. It's entirely possible. But I'm not finding it. So I am going to create some of that content myself. As I explore, as I figure things out for myself, I'm going to create the content that I'm looking for, because I'm hoping that it will help other people who are in my situation or a similar situation to myself. I am going to be creating some videos about art and exploring art, like physical art, like painting and drawing and things of that nature. Exploring those as a legally blind person, as someone who doesn't see her whole drawing or painting or piece of paper, or even half a piece of paper at one time. I'm going to explore that because, again, it's something that I don't see other people talking about. And while I'm certainly very possibly just missing it, I don't see it being talked about. I don't hear it being talked about. And I want to talk about it because, again, it's something that I actually have discovered this year that I really enjoy doing. But for the longest time, I just thought it wasn't something that I could do or could really enjoy or get better at. There are some things that I've discovered over the last few months as I've actually worked to get better at it. There are some things that I've found that have been very useful, and some ways of doing things that I find useful because of the way my eyes work that is probably not something that a person with normal eyesight would do. So I just want to explore this and really dig into some of the things that I enjoy doing that I don't really see people talking about or hear people talking about. I'm not seeing the content from people about this stuff. So let's explore life and hobbies and teaching and all of these different things together. If you are interested in this content, please feel free to subscribe, like this video, all the YouTube things. It's gonna be a little random, and quite honestly, the YouTube algorithm is not gonna like me. Algorithms don't typically like me because I'm too all over the place in general. But if you're interested in this kind of content, in exploring physical, movement-based art, in exploring visual art through drawing and painting and journaling, through or in exploring teaching online and what that entails, because I will still make some content about that, because again, it's something I do, and it's something that I've figured out ways to help myself do it and get around the challenges that I have. So if you're interested in this kind of content, this kind of exploration, feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so that you're notified whenever I post a new video. I'm hoping to post every single week. In the meantime, feel free to comment with any questions that you have, anything you're interested in exploring. And also, if you know of any other blind creators who are making the kind of content that I'm talking about, please feel free to share them with me, because I just can't find them. So if you know of anyone who's making this kind of content, let me know, because I would love to hear from other people who are interested in these same kind of things that I'm interested in. Until next time, see ya.